This is a very personal garment of mine. It's actually the only one that I actually wear out of all of my, like most of the, actually out of all the garments that I made. Like it's the only one that I actually wear like on a daily basis even. Like it's mine because the fabric was very special to me because my second mentor gave me, the fabric, and that always meant a lot to me. So I put like special attention and details that I would not use, but also because it was my second, it was like my first like real one out of the sample too, and adding lining and all that. It was like an experience for me because it was the first time ever doing it this way with this fabric. And I mean, when you're first doing something, you don't really like know it. I don't know how to explain it unless if you cut and sew yourself. It's just an experience because like you don't have instructions because there's no instructions because it's like, that's the thing. When there's no instructions, you don't know. You just don't know. Anyway, so yeah, this is the experience of that. I hope you like and subscribe and enjoy. I top stitched this garment a whole bunch because I didn't have enough fabric for everything, so I just used whatever was left because my mentor and all that, and it was special to me, and I wear it like everywhere I go. So like I just love the garment so much and like what it means to me, and like all the extra effort and things I put into it were like not this common thing that I would normally do. Not it's not because like I don't care about people or anything. It's just that it was just because it was the only like option because I wanted to use everything instead of just using it for another project like I would normally do. So I actually spent the time actually top stitching all of this. I wouldn't normally spend the time top stitching all of this, but this is just one thing that really like mattered and meant a lot to me. So like this whole garment is very sentimental. Like the whole process, every little thing that I went through in this whole garment was like this great like thing that mattered. And like even scrunching up the money to even get the pattern made was ridiculous because like I wasn't like I had to ride my bike all the way to my pattern maker's house, and I do all these different like just like I couldn't even buy coffee. Like I could like not like like I don't know, whatever people like to do now. I couldn't do it. I wasn't able to do it. This was my whole life. This was everything. So that's why I did it in such like I think the first without the lining was 2 hours, and then after that eventually got the lining pattern made, which took another 2 hours, I think. So above 4 hours, maybe 4 hours is some extra time. I think maybe like I don't know, maybe longer. Usually minimum 4 hours, but it probably took me longer, probably more like 5. But I don't know. But anyways, yeah. So that's what you're seeing here. You're seeing me just like do as much as possible with as little as possible. That's like everything. And like because considering the fabric was given to me by someone that I love, it just like it's a much different experience because I've never done that before. And this is like you're actually just watching it right now. So yes, this is like the top. This is like me just stitching it all together and like that whole process. Like stitching this, I didn't like. It was my second time doing it, but like it just felt more like heart wrenching or whatever because it was like, damn, like this matters. This is this. I didn't serge it because I had lining. So I don't think I even serged this garment at all because I was like, oh, I'm gonna add lining, so like I don't need to serge it. So the seams are protected somehow. At the end of the day, all that matters is seams being protected. So that's exactly what I did here because I was like, oh, well, I'm gonna wear lining and I don't want to make it extra bulky and all these other things. So like there's like little small details and things when you're doing these things, and it's like, oh, what's this, what's that, and what's this detail, and what's that detail, and what's this thing, and what's that thing, like there's that constant, like I don't want to call it dirt sometimes. like how do I do this? What's the next step? How do I make this proper? Am I gonna add lining? Am I not gonna add lining? Like there's this little like small, everything's a detail, and you have to like work through every little step to make sure that it's all there for you and that. So like that's like the thing, there's like this, I don't know, unless if you cut and sew, like there's like so much to it. Like I wish it wasn't that way. I honestly wish it was like, oh, this is like simple and easy and fun, but it is that once you get, once you know all the steps, but then it's all like, oh, this is something that doesn't exist, so how do we make it exist? There's so much to it. There's like next step, and that's the thing. You're just just winging every single step because there's no instruction manual on how to sew this together. And that's everything that you're seeing here. Like me, just like, okay, what do I do next? How do I do this? What's the next step? Like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I what I was doing, and now I know what I'm doing. But it took a long time to figure out how to do this. Like, literally, like in every way possible. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Now I know. But I'm just back then. Yeah, I did that. But like, I don't know. Like, second time, first because real design. Now you're like doing the sample. You're not just like doing the little small details. You're like doing more because you're adding more because you know how to do the basics. So now you want to add details, more top stitching, more this, more that. What is it going to be good? It's going to be good. It's not going to be good. It matters for me, right? So, I knew I was going to wear it. So I made it for me, even though I guess I didn't like all the top stitching. That's what just took forever. All the top stitching. Like it's not like top stitching, but just I don't know. It's hard sometimes. There's so much to it. So much to it. You have no idea. No freaking clue. Just how much there's to it, unless it's or like if you're level, which is like beyond beginner, whatever that means, right? Because like sometimes it can be heart wrenching. Like is this that this detail, this thing. This isn't just like I don't know. Maybe pressure, maybe not pressure. It could be from yourself. It could be from just the world around you. I don't know what it is. It's like stimulating, but not like that feeling of like what are people gonna think? What is this? What is that? But then there's like well, probably no one cares, and because no celebrity's wearing it, cares. So then like, what does it even matter? Just make it anyways, right? So that's like the thing. That's like the process, in my opinion, of like when you're making something so new that you don't know what's gonna happen, right? And you just have to stick with it until it works. That's like the thing. It's great. It's an experience for sure. I recommend anybody watching this that experience one day. I'm sure you would enjoy it. is like the line versus what it was before. Lining was an experience. I had to garment up to get more lining because I didn't have enough lining, so I had to like reuse old things to get lining and stuff like that. And that, and that's part of like recycling or call it whatever the kids call it now. I have no idea what people call it. So it's all just a market at this point. In reality, if you really want to be honest, and I don't like saying that, but it's true. Okay, like all these things are just like gimmicky marketing plays. Oh, okay, you're like something recycled, but then there's like people that are like worried about Wendy's for some reason. I'm like, okay, what does it do with upcycling? But all right, but anyways, that's just like what I've noticed years of doing this. It's kind of ridiculous that people act over garments and such, like their responses and what messages I get from people and stuff. But yeah, so this is like my first time adding lining to it. First time, literally, like this is beyond the sample. This is like legitimate full. Like I can add lining, but lots of them don't have lining. They can't afford it. So yeah, that's the reason why. If I was able to afford it, I would add lining to more of them. But also, it's kind of nice to like go straight away from that, like commit and like just like make it a little bit more punk style. Not, I personally prefer that. I think it's more fun, that cold and different. It doesn't need lining. It's good enough. Like, but I gotta do it if I want to be wrong. Like, sometimes I just don't choose to do it. Like, there's like all these different things that happen all the time when I'm like cutting and sewing and adding things. And yeah, this is just the thoughts behind it. Really, like I don't really like remember everything. Do you remember it because it's right in front of me right now? Whatever I'm watching, I have no clue what I'm watching. But yeah, that's like the thing. These they do and like things that happen at the time, and that's pretty much it. Like, yeah, this is literally me just making out of old lining, stuff like that, and just whatever I had lying around. Thank you. It was an experience, though. Like I've never added lining to bag my garment, so they never like legitimately add per line my garment. So you got to see the old, the new lining, which is like with like actual, with an actual what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, I forgot the word is, but this. It's I don't know, like, but it's proper and it's fitted well, and it has like different levels of, like, it's not, it's right. It's just the right way of doing it. Okay. Yeah. So that's what you're seeing there. You're seeing to the lining and sewing it and all of that, and it's an experience. It's an experience to do all that. I forgot the word I'm looking for. And that's okay. But anyways, yeah, this is it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope if you made it this far, hope you like and subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed these thoughts or whatever. I don't know. But anyways, thank you. I hope you have a great night. I hope your day is amazing, and goodbye. Thank you. Thank you, Linda. I do appreciate everything you've ever done. Yeah, that's just amazing to have. Thank you.